If someone is controlling your emotions, you won't notice it until it's too late. Think about it. When someone makes you feel guilty for things you never did. When you change your behavior just to avoid their reactions. When you feel constantly at fault without understanding why. These aren't accidents. These are weapons. Marcus Aurelius warned us. The greatest danger is losing ownership of your own mind. And that's exactly what manipulation does. It steals your ability to think clearly, to trust yourself, to act freely. Today, you will learn the 4 silent signs you're being manipulated and how Stoicism can free you. But just before we move on to these 4 signs, if you want to earn money alongside your job, click on the link in the description for a free video that will explain the process in detail. Don't miss out on this end-of-year opportunity. Manipulation is not just deception. It's a theft of mental autonomy. The reason it works so well is because it's invisible. You don't see the hand moving the pieces. You only feel the effects: confusion, doubt, guilt, fear. The ancient Stoics understood this long before modern psychology gave it names. They knew that the mind, when compromised, becomes a prison, and they developed tools to break free. Let's begin with the first sign, the most dangerous one. Sign number 1, emotional guilt trapping. You feel guilty, even though you've done nothing wrong. Here's how it works. Manipulators use guilt as a weapon. They accuse you of not caring enough, not trying hard enough, not being loyal enough. They make you believe that their emotions are your responsibility, that if they're upset, it's because you failed them. But here's what Epictetus taught. You are disturbed not by events, but by your judgments. Their anger is not your burden. Their disappointment is not your failure. You cannot control another person's emotions. You can only control your own actions and your own integrity. Watch for these patterns. You say no to something reasonable, and suddenly they go cold. You set a boundary, and they make you the villain. You prioritize yourself, and they accuse you of being selfish. This is the guilt trap. The Stoic solution is simple but powerful. Reclaim ownership of your mind. Repeat this truth. This emotion is theirs, not mine. Stop justifying yourself endlessly. The Stoics believed in saying only what is necessary. If you've done nothing wrong, no explanation beyond the truth is required. Guilt is the hook. But the next sign is the chain. Sign number 2, isolation from your own mind. You start doubting your own perception. This is what modern psychology calls gaslighting. The manipulator makes you question what you saw, what you heard, what you felt. They create an alternative reality where they're always right and you're always confused. You're exaggerating. That never happened. You're too sensitive. These phrases are designed to disconnect you from your own reason. Seneca said it perfectly. The greatest slavery is to no longer trust your own reason. The Stoics built their entire philosophy on clear perception. They believed that seeing reality correctly is the foundation of freedom. When someone steals your perception, they steal your power to act rationally. Here's the Stoic antidote. Return to facts. Start a journal. Write down what actually happened, not what they told you happened. Record the timeline. Document the words. Restore your own logic. Your mind is yours. Your perception is valid. When you trust your reason again, manipulation loses its grip. When someone steals your perception, they steal your freedom. The third sign is even worse. Sign number 3, manipulation through silence and tension. They use silence to control you. The silent treatment is emotional punishment. They withdraw their presence, their attention, their warmth, not because they need space, but because they want you to panic. They want you to feel fear, anxiety, doubt. They want you to come crawling back, apologizing for things you didn't do. Your brain interprets silence from someone important as danger. It triggers hypervigilance. You check your phone constantly. You replay every conversation. You wonder what you did wrong. But Marcus Aurelius taught us, you always have power over your response. The Stoics practiced indifference to the behavior of others. Not cruelty, not coldness, but the recognition that another person's actions do not define your worth or your peace. The Stoic response is this: do not chase approval. Do not fill the silence with apologies. Refocus your attention on what you control, your own character, your own choices, your own inner calm. Try this ancient breathing technique when anxiety rises. Breathe in for 4 seconds, breathe out for 6. This breaks the cycle of panic and restores your rational mind. But the final sign is the most subtle one. Sign number 4. You feel smaller when you're with them. Your self-worth drops in their presence. They diminish you. Small criticisms repeated over time. Subtle remarks disguised as concern. Jokes that aren't really jokes. I'm just being honest. I'm just trying to help. But the effect is always the same. You feel less confident, less capable, less valuable. Their goal is simple. Reduce your confidence to increase their control. A person who doubts themselves is easier to manipulate. Epictetus said, "No man can make you feel inferior without your consent." The Stoics understood that your value comes from your virtue, from your character, from your reason, not from the opinions of others. Pay attention to how you feel after being with someone. If every conversation leaves you drained, smaller, unsure of yourself, that's not connection. That's extraction. The Stoic solution: reconnect to your reason and your own judgment. Build what the Stoics called a mental fortress. Tell yourself this truth: their words do not define my essence. My worth is internal, unchangeable mine. If these signs resonate with you, understand this: you're not weak. You're waking up. So how does Stoicism break manipulation? It restores control to where it belongs, inside you. It teaches you to return to reason, to set clear boundaries, to rebuild accurate perception. It shows you how to live according to virtue, which creates a freedom no manipulator can touch. Because manipulation ends the moment you choose to reclaim your mind. Let's recap. Here are 4 signs that you are being manipulated. Emotional guilt tripping, isolation from your own perception, control through silence and tension, and feelings of inferiority in their presence. If you want to see more videos that protect your mind and boost your morale, subscribe. Don't forget to click on the link in the description if you want to take advantage of the end-of-year opportunity to make money. Next video: 7 Stoic habits that make you emotionally untouchable.